Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Morgan, and today I'm going to be talking to you about Charlotte Tilbury makeup. Okay, so recently, like in the past month, I placed a pretty decent order from Sephora for Charlotte Tilbury goodies, and I am going to be reviewing all of these things for you, letting you know if I think that they're worth the price. So just a quick recap, I got a color chameleon, I got the contour wand, I got the Pillow Talk matte lipstick, I got a cream blush duo, or blush and highlight duo, an instant look in a palette in the shade Beauty Glow, and the luxury palette color-coded eyeshadows in the shade Vintage Vamp. So I'm also going to be doing swatches in this video, but I'm gonna try to make it pretty quick. I'm gonna start with the eyeshadow quad, the Vintage Vamp. I have it on my eyes right now. Obsessed, this is amazing. I absolutely think that this is worth the price. This basically blends itself, super pigmented, super creamy. Oh, they're beautiful. They're buttery, but it's so pretty, if you can see. I have the second to darkest shade and the gold on my eyes today, and I love them. But yeah, this is beautiful. Absolutely think it's worth the money. I really want more of their quads now that I really know that I trust the quality of them. A+. Also, the packaging is gorgeous. Next, we're gonna talk about the Instant Look in a Palette. Oh my gosh, I could go on and on and on about these. Obsessed, they're amazing. I really think that they are one of the best investments in terms of a powder palette that you can have. They are so good, so predictable. This shade range is amazing and it's so good for traveling. I can use every single shade in here without fail. It's brilliant. I'm obsessed. So I am gonna swatch these. So those are the shadows. That's the inner corner highlight. That's the all over lid color. That's like the crease color or the smoked out color or the eyeliner color, whatever you want it to be. They are super pigmented, super blendable, really easy to work with. They're like butter. They are just like the other Charlotte Tilbury eyeshadows that I've used. I'm obsessed. Now I'm gonna swatch the blushes for you. This comes with two. This comes with a swish and a pop. And I don't really know what that means. I've taken it to mean you swish one on your cheek and then you use one as a pop of color on the apples of your cheek. I don't know if that's true though. This is the swish and this is the pop. They're really good for autumn. And I'm sure that they're really good for summer as well because of how bronzy this is. And they don't really look like traditionally good blushes, in my opinion, on the skin like this, but they look really good on the face. I'm obsessed. I love to just mix them together. That's my favorite way to use them, but I really love this. This is my favorite thing to travel with. I have a couple of these in different shade ranges, and I'm a really big fan. So now I'm gonna swatch the bronzer, if I can find a place on my skin to swatch the bronzer and the highlighter. So I love using this highlighter on my inner corner. That's the highlight. It's a very light champagne gold, and that is the contour. It is very neutral. It looks really good on probably any skin tone. It's quite light though, so if you're a bit darker, it might not show up as well on you. But overall, I think that this is great. They have a bunch of different ranges in the shades of these, but they are limited edition, so when they come out, they're only released for a certain amount of time and then they don't exist anymore. So if you see this available somewhere and you want it, go ahead and get it. I found my first one at Nordstrom and I haven't been able to find them anywhere since until Sephora released this one. So highly recommend. I think this is still in stock. I will list it down below. It would be a great gift, honestly. I know it's a little bit more on the pricey side. It's either $75 or $90. I can't remember, but I would love to get this as a gift. Next, contour wand. OMG. I feel like I've included this in a favorites already. This is what it looks like. It's got this little sponge applicator at the top, and this is a swatch of it. It's such a nice shade. It's quite deep, but it's really neutral in tone. It looks so good on my skin tone. Very blendable, super easy to work with. I love that the applicator is all in one. You don't have to worry about getting a brush, but it's still a cream. It doesn't degrade your makeup. It's really natural looking, and it's just super easy to use, super easy to travel with. It's absolutely amazing. 10 out of 10 recommend this as well. Next is the Color Chameleon, and you guessed it, I'm also obsessed with this. These are their shadow sticks. So they are basically like chubby eyeliners, but I got the shade Amethyst Aphrodisiac. It is a purple or an amethyst shade, and it is absolutely gorgeous. Let me see if I can turn my arm. Okay, that's not gonna work. I'll put it over here. This is what it looks like. It's a beautiful purple color, and it is so easy to work with. It is so easy to just plop it on the lids. You can blend it out with your finger, a blending brush, a beauty blender, whatever you want. It's super easy to work with, and they don't crease. I mean, they do at some point, but they last really well for a solid portion of the day. And I'm just wholeheartedly obsessed. I need every single one of these like yesterday because they're so easy to use. I mean, I've been using them lately just as a wash of color all over with a little bit of highlight on the inner corner, and so many people are like, oh my God, how did you do your eyeshadow? And I'm like, if only you knew how easy it actually was. Next is the Pillow Talk matte lipstick. I think this is called the Matte Revolution. I have no idea what this is called, but this is Pillow Talk. And I have been waiting forever to get this. The last time I was at Nordstrom, it was sold out, and oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. I'm obsessed with this. This in pan looks almost identical to Uncuffed by Fenty Beauty, the Stunna lip paints, but this is so much pinkier. This one's so much lighter, so much softer on the skin. It is absolutely gorgeous, and it is perfect all year round. It also lasts on the lips pretty well, despite being a cream matte. I have usually found that matte lipsticks don't last very well on my lips. Matte lip paints do, but this lasts really well. I still bring it for touch-ups just in case, but it's great. And the packaging is absolutely gorgeous. Got the Charlotte Tilbury logo on the top. Beautiful rose gold tube. And the very last thing is the biggest disappointment of all of Charlotte Tilbury's everything. Last thing is this Pretty Youth Glow Filter Soft Focus Cream Blush and Highlighter Duo. This has been the most disappointing thing I've ever used from Charlotte Tilbury. It looks like this. The packaging is beautiful. I think that it was limited edition. This is what it looks like on the inside. This is the blush, this is the highlight. And I have tried to use this multiple times in multiple different ways, and I cannot get it to work. Like, the color of the blush is so pretty. It reminds me of my favorite Lila Beauty duo, but it just doesn't have payoff on the face. Like, when I swatch it, it looks okay, but when you actually put it on the face and you have to blend it, it blends into nothing. Like, it just doesn't stay. And I can pack it on and pack it on and pack it on and pack it on, and it still has that problem. And I don't get it, because like, the cream contour is amazing. How come they couldn't just like take that formula and put some type of pink pigment into it and make a cream blush that was just as amazing? Or like, maybe that's why this is limited edition, because it's not very good. I don't know. The packaging is beautiful. I got this from Cult Beauty, so I can't return this because I've used it. They can't resell it. Cult Beauty is a British makeup store. It's sort of like a British Sephora almost. So I can't return this. I'm gonna keep trying with it. Someone offered me some tips on like how to improve the pigment, but honestly, like, no. For the amount of money that I paid for this, it's not worth it if you have to like add different things to make it show up on your skin. So this is the one thing that I've ever tried from Charlotte Tilbury that I would wholeheartedly tell you to not buy. Just buy one of their powder blushes. I don't like the highlighter color in this. The shade of the blush is beautiful, but it's unusable. Yeah, so for the most part, my haul was a total success, but this little baby was disappointing. At least the packaging is beautiful. So yeah, here's my handful of swatches. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. I will link everything down below. If it's not in stock, I won't. I will note that it's not in stock though. And if it's not in stock at Sephora, I'll try to find it at Charlotte Tilbury or Cult Beauty or wherever. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please consider subscribing. I would really appreciate it. And I will see you all on Monday. Happy November. Bye.